Hello and welcome to our short focus class. So today we're going to be working our core and it's going to be a Pilates inspired workout. So I want you to think about using your breath, strengthening from the inside out, so think about engaging those pelvic floor muscles and just taking your time, being controlled and listening to those options that I'm going to give you. So we're going to start off lying ourselves down. So flat to the mat here, your feet are down to the floor, legs are bent, hands are down to your side, and we're just going to start off by finding our pelvic tilt. So to do this, guys, I want you to think about it contracting through your lower abs so much here that you just get that slight little tilt of your hips. And then we're going to go the other way, so completely lengthening through the front of the body and finding your tilt and lengthen. Now as you do this, can you exhale, really switch on those abs, inhale to lengthen. So we're just getting our muscles warmed up, a little bit of movement through our lower back here as well before we get going. Just give me a few more here and then we're going to find a position that's somewhere in between, and that's going to be our neutral position that we are going to work from today. So just find something that is in between here. This is our neutral spine. And from here, place your hands down. We're going to lift one leg up to tabletop and then the other. And then we lower down and lower down here. So we want to think about keeping our pelvis flat. Our stomach is trying to stay flat down to our mat as well. So just think about drawing your belly button down towards the floor. Ribs are heavy down to your spine here as well. No overarching. Maybe just place a hand on your stomach and your hip bones here. Check that there isn't any movement. We're trying to keep the shape of our legs here as well as we lower down. Coming up, up. Lowering down with control. Shouldn't hear any sound during this exercise. Give me 4 more sets here. You can take your time. Changing the legs if you want to. Just a couple more. And when you've finished your set, just meet me in your tabletop position here. So we are going to take an inhale, arms are going to float back. On our exhale here, we are going to bring our chest and our shoulders off the floor here and inhale to come back. Exhale, little upper body crunch here. Inhale to reach those fingertips back. Now your option here, you can stay like this with your knees above your hips, or we can lengthen out into a diagonal here. Lovely little bit of shaking from me today. My abdominals, I think, are still asleep. So try not to rush this one, guys. Take your time. Really feel that resistance through the arms as you press away here. And nice lower down using your breath. Remember that neutral spine that we were working from. Let's go for 4 more here. Finding full extension of the legs here if you're taking that option, guys. Pull up through the front of the quads. Last one. And we are going to pulse our arms here. So either bent legs here, inhale for 5 and exhale for 5, or extending the legs. We inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. If we're on our extended line here, just make sure your heels aren't above your hips. If you're on bent legs, knees are above hips, okay? And we're just shortening the gap from our ribs to our hips here. Give me 4 more sets. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 2. And just bring the knees into your chest here. Have a little rock from side to side. Just drop the head from one side to the other just to release the neck. And we are going to go back to that position just to finish off on our backs here. So if you are in tabletop, I just want you to bring your heels together here, and we're going to squeeze and squeeze those knees in and in. So just starting to work the inner thighs here, going back to that tabletop position, so we're working our lower abs, or extend the legs and tap the toes in and in. This is our finisher in our lying supine position. And if you can here guys, bring your shoulders off the floor here, or we are here. Just breathing naturally here. We're going to count down slowly from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Those abs should feel nice and awake now. So from here, coming into your seated position, we're going to do a reverse plank. So make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders. We're going to exhale and we're going to bring our hips off the floor and inhale to lower down for 2. So we're pressing our mat away, shoulders are drawn down and away from our ears. So lower down, squeezing those glutes at the top, taking your time here. So this is also going to stabilise through our scapula here. As long as we are pressing that mat away, we're not sitting into those shoulders. But you're going to really start to feel your abdominals kick in as we add on our little leg lifts here. So on our next one, I want you to hold your hips lifted off of the floor. Option 1, bent leg lift. Lower down, keeping those hips where they are. See how that feels. If you're ready to go on to the next option, you can keep your hips where they are. You're going to try the long leg option here. So lifting, lowering down with control, keeping those hips lifted, keeping the core strong, no dipping through those hips, pressing our hands down into that mat, lowering down with control, finding length through the hamstring. Give me 6 more here. 5, 4, remember your option. 3, 2, and 1. Just release those hands here. Okay, we are going to go into our C curve dips. So we're just going to take an inhale, inhale to prepare, exhale, we're going to tuck through the pelvis, find that C curve through the back, inhale to come up. So where we want to work to, guys, is our biting point. So that little bit where we find a quiver, we want to just dip our toe in that area there. Find that those muscles really switching on to work for you here. Now, can you take your arms up? Inhale to sit tall, filling up those ribs. Good, guys, keep it going for me. Give me 4 more here. Last 3. 2 more. And our last one, you're going to stay low here. We're going to take a twist, center, come up and down, other side. Staying low as we twist. Imagine you've got hold of a big beach ball here. We are carrying it with us from one side to the other. So maintain that that shape. I cannot talk today, guys. I don't know what is wrong with me. You know what I mean? Just do as I do, not as I say. Sitting nice and tall every time. 2 more on each side here. We are nearly there. And from here, we are going to settle down here. Just reach the palms up to the ceiling and just pulsing it out here. Just drop and drop. You might want to dig your heels into the floor here. So you've got a bit of an anchor there as we go. Can you drop a little bit lower for the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and flipping yourself over to your front. Place your hands down into the mat, knees underneath you here, and then just curl the toes underneath, send the hips high for your downward dog. From here, we are going to sit ourselves onto our heels, trying to keep our knees off of the floor. Scoot yourself forward for a plank and come up. So a nice little flow into our plank through our downward dog. As we bend our knees, we're trying to stay on that one level, so the hips just stay where they are. They're not piking up until we press our heels into the mat for our downward dog here. You've got 2 more like that. Enjoy that lovely stretch here. And on our last one, we're just going to stay low. We're going to bend those knees and we're just going to come through to a plank and then send the hips back here. Keep breathing for me. You might start to feel the strength build up through those quads. Don't be tempted to lift up those hips. We are nearly done, guys. You've got 3 more here. Last 2. And last one, we're going to hold our plank either here or jumping onto your knees, or we're going to go for leg lifts here to finish. This is called our prone leg pull. You're going to exhale to lift, inhale to lower, changing sides, keeping those hips where they are, pressing our hands into the mat. Finishing off. Super soon, we are nearly there. Give me 4 more. Last 2. And last one, lower your body down to the mat. I'm just pressing either elbows down to the mat or hands under shoulders. Lengthen out through the front of the body. And that is your core workout done for the day. So let me know how you found that, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. You're feeling nice and strong through your centre. And let me know how you got on, and I'll see you soon for our next class. Thank you.